You're looking live at that caliche pit that has become so infamous over the years. We see it every year on the anniversary of the Alton school bus crash. The bus fell down 40 feet, trapping the children inside. And in those crucial minutes when it was really a matter of life or death from some of those students, Valley firefighters and other first responders responded to the call of duty, and they saved lives that day. We have 4 of them who were there joining us on this 20th anniversary. We have Ricardo Saldana, the Mission Fire Chief. We have the Deputy Chief from Mission, Roberto Alvarez. We have Elias Saldivar, the Chief of the Alton Fire Department. And we have Sean Snyder, the Chief of the Edinburgh Fire Department. So, Chief Saldana, let me start with you first of all. When you come here to this memorial and you're here 20 years later, what kind of memories does this bring back for you?
A lot of horror, basically, because of the devastation that occurred that day and what was seen and the heartaches of the screaming, the yelling, the families trying to look for their children.
What do you remember the most from that whole experience?
The most was the chaos when I arrived, of parents trying to look for their children to make sure that they didn't jump the 40 feet to try to do the rescue themselves.
And Deputy Chief Alvarez, when you were called to the scene, when did you realize that this was going to be bad?
As soon as we got here, we had a tanker truck and we had a rescue truck, and we started giving out life jackets. And then we started lowering ladders to get the children out.
And those moments, did you realize at the time? I mean, every second was really crucial.
It was. I realized it right away. Of course, we didn't know how many people were trapped inside the bus.
And we do have some video as well of all of you men in action that day. Let's talk to Chief Saldivar right now. What does this mean for the city of Alton, this tragedy? Obviously, this is something that is going to be in everybody's hearts and minds for a long time to come.
What I can say is that it did impact a lot of lives in the community. It did impact firefighters and men and women from across the valley, paramedics, medics, everybody that came and responded to that call that was affected by it. They still carry those memories. And as for the city has done its best to honor those men, and it's still working hard and day by day improving the city's public safety division. We don't want this event to ever happen again, but in case a situation does reoccur, the fire department, along with the police department and our neighboring cities, will be ready to respond to such a call.
And Chief Snyder, we have the video. You were the man on the boat. You were riding the boat back and forth, loading the injured and, in more cases, the dead. When did it hit you? When did you finally, the human part of this, take over? I know that you go in firefighter mode and you're working hard, but when did you actually get home and take a deep breath and realize what you had just experienced?
Well, I think that the time that we had to reflect on what was going on is there was a time period where we were sitting in the boats while the bus was being removed, and we were in the boats until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And during that time, we're just looking at the entire scene, what had taken place from the morning at 7:40 in the morning till then, and realized the impact that it had for the fire service, then the community of Alton and the Rio Grande Valley.
All right, Chief Snyder and all of you gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us and being here tonight on this 20th anniversary. We're going to show you another live picture right now of the memorial here at 5 Mile Line and Bryan Road. And this symbolizes a whole lot, and one of the things it symbolizes, unfortunately, is all of the trouble that came from this bus crash. Not just the crash itself, but the multi-million-dollar settlements that brought heartache to so many families. We're going to talk about that when we come back.